You got everybody behind you, but one thing you don't have.
Weasel! This is Superstar Billy Graham talking to you. There is no contract. There is no contract. You do nothing but lie to these people. And Superstar Billy Graham is here to tell you to your face, you're nothing but a low-life weasel. And bring that barbarian with you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling, the most exciting hour in television. This week, the announcement we've been waiting for many, many weeks now is we're going to find out who the contestants are going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship title match in Starrcade 85. Plus, we're going to be looking at the entire 10 main event card for Starrcade 85. All of that upcoming during this hour. Also, this announcement, fans, the World Television Championship has been held up by the NWA. This due to the fact that Dusty Rhodes did not defend it within the 30-day stipulation period and that time period. So a tournament will be held after Starrcade 85 to determine who the new World's Television Champion will be.
You better hold on just a second, Bob Caudle. I listen to you and I listen to Crockett and everybody else talking about how they're going to hold a tournament. You better get one thing straight. There's one guy that's got that belt, and that's Arn Anderson. And he is the world's television title champion. He's got the belt, that makes him champion. Anything that you say, anything that says Crockett says, Bob Geigel, or anybody else, it don't count. When a man's got the belt, that makes him the champion, and Arn Anderson is the champion. You hold a tournament, you better get everybody that's in that tournament to come over to Arn's house and grab that belt, and even then you are going to get it. He's got the title, he's going to hang on to the title. And you can take that to Crockett, Geigel, and you can tell that to the people. It's going to stay that way.
All right, fans, Ole Anderson saying that Arn Anderson is the television champion. That will be determined, of course, later by the NWA. Let's go to the ring. Music, the Rock and Roll Express, as they enter the ring in a tag team match against Tony Zane and Mac Jeffers. And the crowd, listen to the roar of the crowd as they love these two youngsters, Johnny.
They certainly do. The Rock and Roll Express entered our arena, electrified these fans here, most of them standing on their feet. Former World Tag Team Champions, Bob, but they are the team that defeated the Russians for the belt once before. And it was a long, long time before the Russians lost those heavyweight titles, and it was to this team, and I don't think it'll be that long this time, because I think the Rock and Roll Express, with their speed, their ability, their agility, can once again defeat the Russians.
Two young men who work exceedingly well as a tag team. They've got it all together. Their timing and their moves. Beautiful drop kick here.
Right on a button, Bob.
By Ricky Morton.
They look sharp tonight. They are really getting sharp.
Ricky Gibson now in after the tag from Robert Morton, and still on the mat. Johnny, I still was sort of stunned at Ole Anderson coming out and saying, regardless of what the NWA or anybody else said, Arn Anderson is the World Television Champion, and he's going to keep that championship belt.
Yeah, we hate to hear that Dusty Rhodes had to be give up that title. However, you know, Bob, they are planning a tournament for it, and tournaments are very exciting. They see a lot of great matches formed out of a tournament, and it should be a very exciting thing too. I don't know how Mr. Arn Anderson will accept that fact.
All right, to Rock and Roll with another tag. Morton is going to whip it.
Double left kick, Bob, right on the button.
That beautiful double drop kick with the timing just perfect. Nobody can put it together like these two.
They put them away. You said it right. Nobody can put them together like the Rock and Roll Express. Ricky Gibson, Robert Martin. We're going to see that double drop kick one more time. The big fella gets run in right here and hit with both barrels.
And of course, they're the six-man tag team champions as well as the tag team champions.
I think these American people out here go crazy whenever the Rock and Roll comes out there yelling and screaming. I know they look up to them to take the world tag team titles away from us. Don't the American people, don't the whole world know by now? We are the greatest wrestlers, the greatest team in all the world. We have the belt, we have the trophy to prove it. But what do? They go to the promoters, they go to the people, and they get a match signed against us. They call it Starrcade 85, the gathering. All the Americans are going to gather together to witness the defeat of the Russians. That's what they think, but they're wrong. We are the greatest, and we're going to show them. Starrcade or any place else. Rock and Roll Express, you don't know what you're getting involved in. I see the man's ear tore off, 200 stitches in his body. His nose half tore off in a cage match, and that's what's going to happen to you. We're going to keep our belt.
The Russians and fans will be right back after we take this brief time out. All right, fans, back to the ring and the bell, and you're looking at Nature Boy Buddy Landel. In his corner, of course, Johnny, there's Mr. J.J. Dillon as he takes the robe off of the shoulders of Buddy Landel, the man who claims to be the true Nature Boy.
And Nature Boy Buddy Landel, of course, the #1 man in the James J. Dillon camp right now, and took the place of Ron Bass, who is out of that camp on the other side of the fence, causing a lot of problems for James J. Dillon and his troops. Also, another man that's caused a lot of problems for James J. Dillon is the current national heavyweight champion, Terry Taylor.
Stony Burke, the man in the ring against Buddy Landel, and he goes down from a hard right hand as Landel begins to maul him right off of the bat.
Drop kick.
A standing drop kick, and he caught him right in the stomach with it.
And Landel is
he's really going to work.
He's really sharp. They've really got him tuned up. It looks like everybody's really tuning up. Must be the gatherings in the air.
Watch out. He may get him in that figure four, and he does.
And an impressive showing here by Nature Boy Buddy Landel. And a big win for the camp of James J. Dillon. Nature Boy Buddy Landel with a figure four leg lock. A little insult there perpetrated by James J. Dillon. We're going to see that once more. Buddy Landel as Stony Burke. High in the air with a full body slam.
And with us right now, we welcome to Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling our national television, our national heavyweight champion, Terry Taylor. Terry?
Well, thank you very much. I just want to tell everyone that the negotiations with Jim Crockett Promotions have been successful. I'm going to be at the gathering at Starrcade, and I'm going to be defending this, and it's great news to me, and maybe not so good news to some other people, because I'm not going to say who my opponent is right now, but I just want everybody to know that I am a fighting champion, and I'm going to be in all the way with this belt, and I'm going to defend it for all the people out there who have been behind me 100%.
National champion Terry Taylor, and fans will be right back after this time out.
The world is awaiting the news. Today we will find out all 10 matches during
during Starrcade 85, The Gathering, coming up very soon. Now, already signed, already announced, 6 big matches for Starrcade. Let's remind you of those matches once again. The Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight title is vacant, but that night in Starrcade, one man will walk away the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight champion. It'll either be Crusher Khrushchev or young Sam Houston. Also in Starrcade 85, a Mexican death match. That beautiful sombrero of Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull, one that's been handed down through generations of his family. It'll be put up high on a pole, and 2 men will do battle for that sombrero in a Mexican death match. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, against Abdullah the Butcher with Paul Jones. Also, the Battle of the Bull Rope as Cowboy Ron Bass takes on Black Bart. But if Bass wins the bull rope, he has another bull rope match. 5 minutes with James J. Dillon. Also, 2 big tag team matches, as you will see, for the National Tag Team title, the champions. Holy and Arn Anderson defend against the U.S. Tag Team champions, Chief Wahoo McDaniel and Billy Jack Haynes. In a cage for the World Tag Team title, the champions, Ivan and Nikita Koloff, will defend against the former champions, the Rock and Roll Express. This one will be no time limit and no disqualification. And the announcement made last week that really shook a whole world of wrestling fans. In a cage, an I Quit match for the U.S. heavyweight title. The champion, Tully Blanchard, with Baby Doll, will defend against former champion Magnum TA. 2 cage matches during Starrcade 85. And let's bring in now Jim Crockett, president of Jim Crockett Promotions. The world is awaiting your announcement, Jim.
Thank you very much, Tony, and we have some great matches to announce today. First, Terry Taylor is going to defend his National Heavyweight Championship against Buddy Landel with J.J. Dillon in the corner.
There's no doubt about it. You talk about 2 young top competitors in the world of wrestling. Nature Boy Buddy Landel, the man who has really come on under the guidance of James J. Dillon, has really made a name for himself in the NWA. The man with the flying elbow and the figure 4 leg lock against the man who defeated Black Bart and got all the odds behind him. Terry Taylor, the National Heavyweight Champion. It'll be for that National Heavyweight title during Starrcade 85. Terry Taylor against Nature Boy Buddy Landel. Should be a great match.
That's right, Tony. It will be a great match and a first, not only for Starrcade, but in wrestling. We're going to have an Atlanta street fight. Jim Cornette and the Midnight Express are going to take on Jimmy Valiant and Miss Atlanta Lively. Jimmy Valiant has finally found her, and she is going to team up with Jimmy, and Big Mama is going to be in their corner.
Let's take a look right now at Miss Atlanta Lively. And here she has been to some of his matches.
Well, you saw one just there. Boy, she's got a right hook.
And David, you were in Cleveland recently.
Hey.
Oh, my. David, we were just talking about the devil. There she is. He's talking about a kiss. And now, Jimmy Blackland choking on Valiant. He shouldn't have done that. Look at Valiant. And Miss Atlanta Lively, that's going to be quite a team.
That's going to be quite a team with Big Mama in their corner. Of course, Jim Cornette will be in the other corner. And then we have a special grudge match. Superstar Billy Graham will take on the Barbarian, and of course in the Barbarian's corner is Paul Jones. But before the match, for $10,000, we're going to have an arm wrestling contest.
2 of the strongest men in wrestling. Let's take a look at Superstar Billy Graham and the Barbarian.
Superstar Billy, you got the people behind you. You got everybody behind you, but one thing you don't have.
Weasel! This is Superstar Billy Graham talking to you. There is no contract. There is no contract. You do nothing but lie to these people. And Superstar Billy Graham is here to tell you to your face, you're nothing but a low-life weasel. And bring that Barbarian with you. Come on, you guys. Get in there right now. Come on, you guys. Come on, you guys. That's right. Come on.
So now I know what you're saying. What else can there be for Starrcade 85 The Gathering? Well, if you're like me, you've been on pins and needles for weeks waiting to hear the announcement for the NWA World Heavyweight title, the contestants. Are you ready? Now let's go to that very, very special announcement.
Fans, with us right now are National Heavyweight Champion Terry Taylor and Sam Houston. Sam, welcome.
How you doing, Bob? I've got a few things I'd like to say. First of all, everybody knows by now that I've got a shot for the #1 regional major title in the United States coming up. It's for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship. And I'm going to be going out there giving it everything I got. And the biggest problem I think that everybody's going to have with me is underestimating me. They underestimated me when I got my arm broken. Right. I still got in the ring and I wrestled with a broken arm. And I'm back here today. I got jumped in the parking lot and I've got a scar for life right here. And I came back from that, and I'm here to wrestle for the Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Championship coming up. It's one of the most important matches to me in my career. And Mr. Khrushchev, if you do underestimate me, remember one thing. It only takes a 3 count. So if you underestimate me for 3 seconds, the title could change hands right there.
And the man with the title right here, Terry Taylor.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. I tell you, you got to admire the young man's courage because he is fighting from the bottom up, and everything he's ever gotten, he's worked hard for. The same thing goes for me in this title. I've never been given anything, and I've been in there biting and scratching and just hanging on for everything I've got. And it seems like it's paying off because I'm defending this belt all over the country. I'm at the Gathering, and I'm looking forward to going there, and I'm also in St. Louis. Big matches lined up in Checker Dome Auditorium, and I'm looking forward to going there. The people have been behind me 100%, and that's why I have this title. Whenever I get really down and I feel like I can't go on, the people calling my name, it's like being at home. It's like being in front of your hometown crowd because they keep me going, and they keep cheering me on, and I feel like I can't let them down, and I keep going. So I have a new maneuver now, and I feel like with that maneuver and the people behind me, the super suplex, I feel like I can beat anybody on any given night. And that goes for Ric Flair, Buddy Landel, Black Bart. Now, the job is only half done. There's a lot of guys that are out there thinking they should be the national heavyweight champion. Well, I feel like me having the belt, I have to defend it against everybody to prove that I am the champion. So I'm going out there. I've signed open contracts to wrestle anybody, anytime, and anywhere, all over this great nation of ours for this great belt. So the job is just beginning, but I got to take it day by day, defend this thing every time I can to the best of my ability. I appreciate everybody being behind me as well as you've been doing it. I'm going to hang on to this as long as I can, and I love you all for it very much. Thank you.
All right, fans, and Johnny, we're looking at 6-man tag team match right here as the Big Russians over in their corner unfurl that Russian flag. And listen to the roar of the crowd as they pick up on that. And across the way, the Italian stallion, Pat Tanaka.
What a whale of a 6-man tag. I hope the ring is reinforced. There you see the world 4-man tag team champions and the 6-man tag team world champions, the Russians, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev. They're up against the Italian stallion, Pat Tanaka, Pistol Pez Whatley. Bob, it was really good to hear that news about the Gathering, and it was really good to see Dusty Rhodes, and we have seen that he came back, like he said, on November the 3rd, and he is healthy again, and I understand we're going to have his first live interview later in this program. You'll get to talk to him. Right now, you got a heck of a wrestling star right there with you to talk to, Don Kernodle, who knows a lot about these Russians, Bob.
It's going to be Pez Whatley and Ivan Koloff as the match gets underway. 6-man action, fans, and as Johnny Weaver said, a fellow right here, you've been in many matches with and against the Russians, Don Kernodle, so you should know them really as well as anybody.
That's exactly right, Bob. You know, the whole wide world's on fire about Starrcade 85, the biggest athletic gathering in the world today. And I'd like to say one thing, that I'm no stranger to the World Tag Team Championships. I've held it 3 times, and I'm no stranger to cage matches. But I've done some negotiating with Jim Crockett myself. I've been wearing my welcome out right there on his door. And I tell you what, I've got a few surprises coming up for Starrcade myself. And next week, we'll let you know exactly what we're talking about. You know, the big match that I got on my mind is the Rock and Roll Express. I think the World Tag Team Champions now in a cage match against the so-called world champions right here. Well, let me tell you something right now. I'll be there at Starrcade, and I know deep in my mind that Rock and Roll Express are the champions and will win this match. As a great wrestler, I believe in the Rock and Roll Express, and as an American, I believe in the Rock and Roll Express, and I know all you people out there, you believe in the Rock and Roll Express, and you will be there to back them in Starrcade. And I really believe in all my heart that they are a better team, and they will win in Starrcade 85 and get those world belts back.
The Italian Stallion just ducked under that blow from Crusher Khrushchev and came back with a beautiful drop kick, and he's got the arm bar now, and they're looking pretty good against the Russians, Don.
That's right. Well, let's don't get too happy now. You know, you got to give the devil his dues, and the Russians are great athletes. They're great wrestlers. They train hard, and believe me, they do like to be called the world champions, and they do hold it proudly. Well, let me tell you something right now. Like you said, I do know them really good, and they are flawless. But like I said, the Rock and Roll Express, I think I've wrestled all the great tag teams around the world, but to me, the Rock and Roll Express is the #1 tag team in the world today, and one of the greatest teams I have ever seen in my life.
Powerful blow right there to the back of the neck from the big Nikita Koloff to the Italian Stallion. Oh, and what an elbow as it came hard off of the ropes.
What is so devastating about the Russians, Bob, is that they're so powerful. They're so powerful, and they can hurt you in so many different ways. Like Nikita right there, over 600-pound bench press. When you lock up with him, it's like locking up with a bull. But let me tell you something. I said they were flawless, but they're not flawless. And like I said, the Rock and Roll Express, they're riding high, and they can't wait for Thanksgiving night at the gathering at Starrcade 85. And I've talked to them, and they know that Don Cornell's behind them in everything they do. And I'll tell you one thing right now. Starrcade 85, I think we'll have something to be thankful for. I think the Rock and Roll Express will wear those World Tag Team belts out of the building proudly and once again be the World Tag Team champions.
All right,
here is Tanaka being slammed into the corner, Johnny, as the Russians, all three of them go to work on him, Johnny.
They got him maneuvered right where they wanted to, and probably their match plan was to get one of them split away over in their corner. That's when the Russians are at their best. And just look at them methodically now work on Pat Tanaka and Bob. A lot of strength in this Russian team.
Look at the tremendous strength. Don, you saw some of the strength of Nikita Koloff right there.
Once again, you see the great teammanship they have. They don't always stand up for the rules, but they are a great team, and they do train a lot together, and they know each other's moves. And you just saw right there the power I was just talking about. The Russians have the great power. But rock and roll is here to stay, and we're behind them all the way. And I'll guarantee you they'll figure a way out to wear those belts out.
Big Crusher Khrushchev now. He makes another tag. It's going to be Nikita back in. Pat Tanaka, who is really taking some blows, gets caught right in that bear hug as he comes off of the ropes.
What a devastating move. This could be it right here for Pat Tanaka. I believe it is.
And it is, Don.
And the winners of the match, the Russians, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev. And we'll get to see it once more. There they are, the World Tag Team Champions, and you'll see the move. Look at this, they work by a precision team. Tanaka across one into a big bear hug, and Ivan in position of that cannon off the turnbuckle. The winners, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev.
Fans now with us at ringside, Magnum TA. Magnum, I know you got a lot of things to be happy about, and I know one of them is the fact that you're happy about your friend Dusty Rhodes.
Well, happy doesn't even begin to describe the way I feel. Because not is the American dream back on his feet. He's back on his feet, he's 100%. And now he's got what he wants. He's got the shot with the world's heavyweight champion, Ric Flair. That's right, now, Ric Flair, you're gonna see what you've stirred up. Now you're gonna see that the man is back 100% and can back up everything he's been saying to you all this time. Now, Tully Blanchard isn't feeling too good either, because not only does he have to defend the United States Heavyweight Championship against me, which he stole from me to begin with, but he's got to do it in a steel cage. I quit rules. There is no easy way out here, Tully. You can't get disqualified. You can't get me disqualified. You can't run out because you're going to be chained in. You can't do anything but give me everything you've got in the middle of that ring.
And I'll assure you one thing, I never want to kiss that woman of yours again. But what I do want is I get the United States heavyweight title back around my waist. And with an I quit stipulation, with that cord stretched out inside that steel ring, with that microphone live right there for everybody out there to hear. You, my friend, will be the one. You'll be the one to utter the words. You might not have much breath left in that body of yours, but you're going to tell everybody out there that you quit, that you don't want any more of me, and that once and for all, I'm the rightful United States heavyweight champion, the way it's been all along. You've been running, you've been hiding too long, and the hiding stops in the gathering. I quit match, steel cage, United States heavyweight championship on the line. Then it comes back to Magnum TA.
At the bell, Johnny Billy Jack Haynes, and here is Mike Davis, his opponent. Boy, look at the tremendous body and the strength that he's got to have in those muscles as he just lifts Mike Davis.
Talk about strength. Scoop Davis right up, and Mike Davis is by far a small man. Mike Davis close to 240 pounds. Billy Jack living up to all of the publicity that preceded him, Bob, being a superstar that he is, in big demand all over the world, and we are proud to have him here once again on Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. And of course, I can't wait for that live, the first live interview you're going to have of Dusty Rhodes coming up. You know, Dusty, after that injury, was by himself. He stayed alone, or didn't even talk to Magnum for a long time. And we're going to get to hear that first live interview.
That's right, fans. We'll be welcoming back Dusty Rhodes a little later in this hour. That's something you don't want to miss. Davis flipped high in the air and in the corner.
You know, he made that November the 3rd date that he said got back and wrestled again. That with that build-up boot that the doctor made for him, and now we're going to get to have that first live interview later on this program.
Now he just looks like he was measuring Mike Davis, and it's Davis who got him in the headlock as Billy Jack came charging in at Davis.
You mentioned the strength that Billy Jack has, and Bob, we've seen him climb on that full Nelson that no man has ever broke, and make short work of a couple opponents already, even in the short time that he's been here. And that full Nelson comes with that. Hey, look at this, he's behind him.
There it is. That's exactly what you were talking about, Johnny.
Full Nelson on Mike Davis, and he submits in a hurry. Billy Jack with a full Nelson. The power hold. And we're going to get to see it again in slow motion. Davis completely confused, tries to take him off his feet, but with a tackle, but runs into that clothesline. He's behind him in position, and the full Nelson, the winner, Billy Jack Haynes.
And with that full Nelson on Mike Davis, Billy Jack Haynes wrapped that match up again. As we talked about during that match, fans, nobody has ever broken that full Nelson once Billy Jack Haynes gets it on him. Well, listen to the roar of the crowd as we're going to go back to the ring as we've got more action right here. This match featuring Big Cowboy Ron Bass. There's the Cowboy in the ring, and across the way, his opponent, Vernon Deaton.
Cowboy Ron Bass, the man with that claw, the man who has, along with Terry Taylor, stirred up a lot of turmoil in J.J. Dillon's camp. He's got them all frustrated, and of course I know that James J. Dillon is, because he's not a man, Bob, that has been without a belt in his camp for a very long period of time, and right now he doesn't have one.
That's right, but Johnny, I tell you, he's got some fellows over there very capable of having one, or more of them, as a matter of fact. One of them, of course, is Nature Boy Buddy Landell.
You notice Ron Bass, since he came back from the Orient with that claw hold, Bob, you know, he's also a master of a bull rope match. And it's a real feared match in many, all the rings in the world. And now it's Vernon Deaton, but he gets that big right hand. That dropped into a knee, another knee, Ron Bass. Big elbow there.
The elbow right into the face as Deaton came off of the ropes. Now the Big Cowboy with the front face. Johnny, when you talk about powerful, strong men, you got to put Cowboy Ron Bass right up here with that list of the strongest.
Oh, yes, he's out of Texas, a good old Texas boy, rough and tough, 270 pounds. Referee Tommy Young stepping right in there. One of the top NWA officials trying to restore order in the ring, and I think Bass is fired up like everybody else as the gathering draws near.
You can tell that the time is approaching when you see it, the intensity in the face of the
rock and roll was really sharp. The rushers were primed and sharp.
And also, we're going to be seeing yet in this hour the Midnight Express, Johnny, and Jim Cornette. They'll be coming up.
Buddy Landell with quick work, very vicious, and right into his figure 4 leg lock earlier in the program. And now here's Bass with a lateral press, but he only gets a 2 count.
Deaton kicked out, now face down on the mat as he turns in to Ron Bass, tries to get to his feet.
Bass with front face lock, and of course, that's on that area, Bob, that he can set him up on that head. That claw hold goes to the forehead, and he has been great and successful with it ever since he came back from the Orient. And I think that's one thing that James J. Dillon really underestimated, was the claw hold of Ron Bass.
Bass now back into the corner. Here's Deaton as he just drives that shoulder into Bass, into the midsection. Throws a good hard right hand, and watch out as he switches in mid-ring, and it's Deaton who slammed to the turnbuckle. Powerful forearm blow, and he can throw some hard rights. Boy, that was like a mule kick, Johnny, as Deaton came off of the ropes hard that time. Bass with a heel.
Signal for the claw.
Oh, he may put it on him.
Signal for the claw. Let's see.
Off of the ropes, and there's a claw hold from Ron Bass.
And he's got him down, and it's locked right in the center of the ring. Bernadette in the center of the ring, virtually helpless right now, and the winner, Ron Bass, with that claw hold.
Bass just wrapped that hand around that forward, applied that pressure out of that claw, and he just held Deaton right flat down on the mat. Watch it in slow motion, Johnny. Fans with us right here, #1 Paul Jones. Paul?
You know, Bob, everybody's excited about Starrcade, the Gathering.
Yeah.
Well, the reason they call it Gathering is 2 reasons. Gather of all the top stars in the world. And it so happens the top stars are in this area. But I call it a gathering of people wanting and they believing that justice will be done. A lot of animosity, a lot of men, they would like to put the other opponent out of wrestling for good. Well, my idea of justice, Bob, is different from yours and different from the fans. My idea of justice is having a winner. And you could be a winner tonight, and everybody will call you lucky. But brother, when you manage men like Abdullah the Butcher and the Barbarian, they winners every night they step in that ring. And that's what I like. And everybody gets behind a winner. And I want to tell you something right now, superstar Billy Graham. It's not my fault that you lost your guts. You got to have guts to be on my team. You can't run and hide behind Jimmy Valiant. You can't run and hide behind the Bull, Manny Fernandez. Abdullah the Butcher, Manny Fernandez tried to help somebody out before, and he ended up getting in trouble. Now, Manny, after Abdullah put the big whammy on you, you were hard to find. But in Starrcade, when you step in that ring, in your type of match, you've never lost one. I'm well aware of that, Bob. But that Abdullah, his size is much too much for you to handle. And superstar Billy Graham, nobody crosses #1 Paul Jones. You know. There's only one thing that I know. When you step in that ring and $10,000 to arm wrestle, I know one thing. Jim Crockett juiced it up because I know, superstar, that you would break your own mother's arm for $5. I wish the people knew you for what you are. To me, you're nothing but a walk-in, cheap imitation of a Christmas tree. And Superstar, Starrcade will be your Waterloo.
Now, and Jim Cornette.
I don't know what Jimmy Valiant's trying to prove, putting a woman in a street fight match, but let me show you, Valiant, just exactly what you're facing. The most awesome, vicious combination in professional wrestling today. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
Charging across to the other corner and throw Ricky Reeves and Brady Boone. Here's Reeves. Yeah. Boy, they didn't even wait for the bell to get the match started.
This must seem fitting because everybody else we've seen in this hour, Bob, has been primed and fired and at a pitch. And we can't see them. Things are heating up there at a red-hot pitch.
Beautiful Bobby comes in now after the tag.
And the Midnight Express have been no exception because Jim Cornette has got them ready to go.
Look at Cornette right down into the face of Ricky Reeves as he hollers insults to him.
Come on,
Loverboy Dennis now will come back in after that tag. I tell you, they're an awesome combination, Johnny, no doubt.
This is the most vicious I've seen them on any match or not set, so he must have them primed and ready, just like everybody else has. It's in the air, Bob. It's touching everybody.
What do you think a woman can do?
And Cornette, when you talk about a fever pitch, Jim Cornette is really at a fever pitch. Outside of the ring as he hollers at the opponents and also his men.
You hear Cornette, what do you think a woman can do? We saw one of his boys get knocked out by one.
That's right. An Atlanta woman with that right hand.
Here's Brady Boone, but he's cut off short. They are really at a prime pitch. Wow, what a suplex. Side suplex. Beautiful. Bobby set him right in there and dumped him on that, right back on that shoulder. And I think only that tag has saved Brady Boone at this.
You're right, Johnny. He was hurting from that as he came down hard on the shoulder, and Reeves came in after the tag, but he's not faring much better.
And look how quickly they change positions, one inside the ring, then the other one inside the ring, and they're keeping that freshman out there. Look at beautiful Bobby! Oh!
Boy, how high he got into the air off of that top rope as Reeves was flat on the mat. He caught the full force and all of the weight and the power.
What are they doing now? Clothesline. Clothesline right there. And the winners of the Midnight Express. There's Jim Cornette quickly in the ring. And celebrating that victory. The Midnight Express. Beautiful Bobby. Loverboy Dennis. We're going to see it one more time. Beautiful Bobby off that top turnbuckle.
Tully Blanchard is perfect 10 baby doll. You're talking about prime. Magnum TA is prime for Tully Blanchard, and I quit match, Tully.
You know, Bob Caudle, the Gathering, Starrcade, 85, the greatest conglomeration of wrestling matches ever in the history of professional wrestling. I don't know if Bob Caudle, if Magnum had to pay Jim Crockett to go against the ruling of Bob Geigel, the National Wrestling Alliance president. I'm tired of talking about it. I've been in litigation with my lawyers, everything. It's all history. The fact is, Thanksgiving night, Magnum TA inside a cage will wrestle Tully Blanchard for the United States Heavyweight Championship. I was listening to him earlier,
By the tone in his voice, it would seem like I should not even show up. You listen to Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair should not even show up. We should just take our belts and ship them to you guys and not even show up. Well, I'm going to tell you what, Magnum. I am going to show up. And you look in my eyes, big boy, and you look real serious. You've looked across the ring at me many, many, many times. And the last time in the Greensboro Coliseum when you were carried out just alongside of me after 52 minutes. You think about that, because Magnum, you and I are going to go tooth and nail for this. And if you don't think I don't like wearing the gold jewelry and taking baby doll to the fine things and wearing the fine clothes, you're sadly mistaken, because I'm going to do whatever deems necessary in my mind to be sure I walk out of Starrcade with this around my waist. And Bob Caudle, that's all I got to say on it.
Fans, we'll see you next week in a